Okay, let's continue. I will create a Django application for every part of the our project for cruise ship. One for cruise ship, one for price changes, and one for customers. I will use the same manage.p script with startup command and with name of the Django applications. Cruise ship, price changes, and customers. Let's see what is created here. I started it from the wrong folder, so it is created on upper level. I will just move them inside the correct folder. Like this. So now it's correct. And let's see what the Django application consists. Okay, so there is a apps.p script with application config. For the moment it has just a name, but it can be also updated with some different actions, like subscribing to signals inside between the applications, etc. So let's keep it as is for now. Also the models.p, that is empty. This is a main file for the classes of the data model for the application. Also tests for the unit tests, and views for the views in context of the model view controller paradigm. And every application we created has the same set of the files. Also there is a migrations folder that is also empty, with only init.p file that is a specific Django script created under every Python package that represent that the specific folder, for example migration, is a Python package. And under the migrations folder will be created files for the data migration and also for data model creation, when we will have some models in the models file. So let's see what we have for the cruise ship. We have cruise lines, ships, cabin class, cabin type, cabin category, cabins. I think I will need to review the website to understand it better, what each table or what each model means. So cruise lines, let me open the reference website. So if I understood right, the cruise lines is what is on the top level here, like Disney cruise line, etc. So it has a name and maybe also some other properties. Okay, so for the moment let's create pretty simple data models. So that's it, and here I want to note a few things. As any programming language, Python also has some layout styles and code layout specifications, and for the Django we usually use the following approach. So we name classes with from the capital letter and use camel case style. Model fields we use with the lower letters, and also we use the same for the class fields. And for the files, or in context of the Python modules, we name it from the lower letters, so something like this. And now we are ready to ask Django to integrate this new model into the Django project. How it works. For this I will use also the manage.p script, as we used before for the creation of the Django project and Django applications under the project. But now I will ask it to make migrations. Oh, it doesn't see any changes. But I created a new model, so it should be at least one change in the data model. Why it doesn't see? It doesn't see our changes because we didn't add our Django applications to the Django projects. So it doesn't include the applications just by placing the correspondent folders under the main folder. We need to add them manually here inside the Django project settings under the installed apps, and they included just by names. Cruise ship, customers, and price changes. Okay, let's try again. Make migrations. Okay, now it found the cruise line new model, and it add the new initial migration for the cruise ship application. What we see here is a kind of the data definition language SQL, but on the Python abstraction. So the migration will create the new model with our name and add two fields. So we added just one field for the name, but Django automatically add the ID, unique ID, for the every model under the Django applications. Okay, let's update the database. It can be done by the migrate command. Okay, so there are a lot of migrations applied, and if we look at the names, they are from the content type, auth, admin, sessions, and 1 hour line cruise ship. So different predefined Django applications that are listed under the install tab also have some own data models for something they are specific about. Okay, so as the migrations are applied, it means our new table for the cruise line is already in the database. Currently we use the SQLite file. Later we will manage it change it with some normal database, I think, like or Postgres or maybe MySQL or any other you want. But for the testing it's okay. Okay, let's start our server again and check what's happened. Is it changes something? Okay, so the initial page for our project is the same, but let's check what's inside the Django. By default, Django provides the administration panel for all the data models under the Django project. It is configured by the admin URL. We can also check it here. So under the admin, there are all the admin site modules are configured. If you are interested in the ID, you can look inside what's there. So there are different things inside. And we need a username and password to access the Django administration. For the moment, the table should be empty. Okay, let's create a super user. To make our database accessible. Let's create some default user with some easy password. Okay, it wants email. Okay, let it be my default email. Django has some password validation actions, and Django says that password is too common because it's really too common. I just use Q1, W2, E3 and R4, and these validations are set under the Django project settings also, under the auth password validators. validators. They can be adjusted or configured by somehow, or we can create our own validators if we want to have user passwords be some consist from some specific characters, etc. But for the super user, we can for the moment we can left it as is. So I just bypass password validation and create the super user. I will run the server again, and I will access the admin panel. Here it is. So and this is a default some default tables come from the Django authentication application with users and groups, and if we look at the users, we will see our super user I just created. And to bring our own models to this Django administration panel, we need to configure our applications to have to be registered under the Django admin panel. Okay, and so we can register it as is. That's wrong. And let's see what's changed. Aha, I see. Something wrong. Quiz up, quiz ship. Okay, I think it's just not configured well. Okay, and also I should pretty strange. Let's see what's wrong. Probably I forgot to add the specific admin class for the cruise lines.